Hello, okay, so I'm going to be doing a video on taking care of your lobes, stretched lobes, especially any piercings like cartilage piercings. I have a lot of cartilage piercings on my ears. I'm not a professional when it comes to this, but I am pretty damn close because I have talked to so many and I do all of my research because I am very, very, very proud of my ears, and I want them to look nice and I want them to smell nice, and I want everybody, I don't want people to look at them and say that's disgusting, this girl doesn't take care of her jewelry. So I'm going to go through what you need to take care of jewelry. I'm going to go through what you are going to want, some things that are necessary, how to clean them, how to stretch. So first I'm going to start with terminology, because it's very important that you know what you're talking about when you talk about a subject. So you do not gauge your ears. You don't put a gauge in your ear. That's not what it's called. It's called stretching your ears. You put a plug in your ear. You put a tunnel in your ear. You can put a taper in your ear. You can put a pincher in your ear. Anything like, but you don't put a gauge in your ear. If you've ever been in a car, and odds are you have, and you see that thing that tells you basically if you have enough gas in your car, empty, full, you know, that's a gauge. Showing you how fast you're going, your little thingy. That's a gauge. It's measuring distance. So, technically, I do not have a gauge in my ear, but this is a 0 gauge. That is the size. It's 8 millimeters. This is a silicone little tunnel. I like it because it's squishy. I can wear it to bed. It's really comfortable. It doesn't like. I don't know what's there. It's very light, so it doesn't weight stretch. I had these tunnels in, but they would weight stretch my ears, and since they're heavy, they're metal. They would start to, if you guys know what weight stretching is, a lot of people do it as a technique. It's a really nice one to use because it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't hurt. It just gradually happens over time. But it was weight stretching, and I didn't want to stretch because I have just bought today. I took these out today and put in my silicone because I just bought like $80 worth of jewelry off of the internet with my mom's credit card. I'm trying to say that quietly because I don't want her to hear me. So basically, yeah, I bought a whole bunch of new jewelry today. I'm really happy because they're all really cute. I'm going to put some links down below of what some websites that I buy my jewelry from. There's Sarah Lorraine Designs, and I would definitely recommend that you check her out. I think I just crossed my eyes. That's really embarrassing. I do that a lot. She makes custom plugs, so they're all really, really unique. If you like things like nautical, like anchors and owls and roses and all of that type stuff, that's basically what she does. If you look on her website, she makes plugs in any size. If you message her, she can make you tapers. She'll make you plugs, not tapers. She can make you tunnels. She makes really cute. So if you message her, you can tell her exactly what you like, and she can do something for you. She'll do her best to meet your needs. And then she can ship them out to you. Otherwise, on her page, she has a bunch that are already pre-made, and you can buy them from there. They're all healthy for your ears. If they're not organic or wood or stone, they're either glass or acrylic, so they're really good for your ears. She's not going to sell you anything that would harm your ears. She takes pride in her ears as well as I do, so I really like her website. I just recently, I bought some today. They're really cute. They're just plugs with little white skulls and like two little like fake diamonds for eyes. It's really cute. So I had to message her for those because she didn't have them on her site, and she didn't make them in my size because she usually makes them ranging from about 12 millimeters, or no, maybe 16 millimeters to around 40 millimeters. She makes up to really, really very, very large plugs. But they're all really cute. So if you want anything kind of smaller, you're going to have to message her and have them custom made. So basically, like I said, you don't gauge your ears. Blah, 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 blah. This is a plug. This is a taper. So taping your ears, stretching your ears, you do it once a month. If you do it any more than that, you're going to rip your ears. And I'm telling you this because you've probably stretched your ears incorrectly over the past, and I have too. But I always go back and I correct that error, and I only did that once because I suffered the consequences immediately, and most people don't. But I guarantee you that if you haven't seen that consequence yet, you will soon, and it's going to suck. And you're going to be like, oh, I really should have listened to that Haley girl on the internet because she told me this in a YouTube video, and I didn't listen, and now I have a blowout. How sad. And you're going to feel really stupid because you didn't listen to me. So when you stretch your ears, you want to stretch them. You don't want to rip them. You don't want to tear them. You don't want them to stink. You don't want anything of that nature. You don't want them to be bloody. You don't want them to have a blowout. You don't want an infection. Nothing. You want them to look nice. You want them to be stretched. You want to have healthy, thick lobes. So it's very important that you take your time when stretching. So that's what I have to say about that. So cleaning your ears, what I do is I do sea salt soaks every day, twice a day, for 10 minutes on each lobe. So altogether, that's 40 minutes of soaking in a day. I have a lot of free time, so no big deal to me, but for some of you who are busy, I would invest in some H2 ocean spray, or you can get like, this is just sea spray. This is from the Dead Sea. I got it at the piercing boutique. I got it for free because I had a bunch of piercings done. I don't think I showed you them yet. So you probably can't see it, but I have my rook right here. I have a helix piercing right here. This one's new, so it's a little sore. I have my conch. I have my tragus. I have my lobes, both stretched to a 0, and then I have my scaffold or my industrial bar. So all of those piercings, after I've gotten them all done, they were like, alright, you know what, we're not going to make you pay for this, because like they knew I was doing sea salt soaks and I was taking really good care of my ears. They were like, get some of this. So they gave me this. This is really good for if you're staying at a friend's, going on vacation, because you don't want to be soaking your ears when you're staying at a friend's. That's no fun. So this is like, I wouldn't recommend this for just like daily basis. You don't want to just use this every day. You definitely need to soak your ears because sea salt stimulates the healing process. And if you give it enough time, it will make your ears heal so much faster and they will look so much nicer and you will be so proud of your ears. So basically what you do to make this is you can make it at home. You can buy it. You could use this spray and just pour it into a shot glass and then soak your ears like that. But I like to save this. So I went out. I bought some sea salt. It can't be iodized, just regular sea salt. It's like $2, $3, I don't know. So I make it on the stove. So you boil some water, and for about every cup of water that you boil, you're going to want to use about a 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Anything more than that isn't going to make a difference. So if you use anything more, you're just wasting your salt, and it's not going to make a difference for your ears. So it's not going to hurt you, but it's not going to help, so it's pointless. So I bottle it up. And I use it, this is actually full because I haven't brought it downstairs yet. I never use the same soak twice because I don't want to contaminate it. I don't want to get an infection. Bacteria can get in. That's no fun. That's no good. So I soak each earlobe. I put it in for like, I just did this so I don't want to do it again because like I just put oil on my ears. But I'm going to show you how to do that later anyway, so you know what's the difference. I take, shut up daddy. I take this and I soak each ear for 10 minutes. I put it in there. 10 minutes on each earlobe. It's not that bad. Just like, you know, watch TV while you do it, play on the internet while you do it, whatever. I've actually mastered playing Xbox while I do it. Very proud of that. Very proud of that. So I bottle it up at home because I don't want to have to remake it every time I do it because it takes a while. It's like not too long, but like 5 minutes of standing over the stove and making this crap. It's like, just bottle it up. And make sure it's a closed bottle. You should be able to shake it and have nothing come out because if something can come out, something can get in, and that's no good. So I use that. After that, what I do is I take out my jewelry. So this is what my holes look like. See, I'm very proud of them. I take pride in them because they look very nice. That's what you want. You don't want them to look like a cat's butthole. And that's what will happen if you rip them. So you should be able to, like, they shouldn't hurt when you take out your jewelry. It shouldn't hurt to put your jewelry back in. My jewelry is very clean, and it's not even, I don't even need to wipe down my jewelry, because if your ears stink, and you're getting that plug cheese that everybody complains about, and your ears stink like nasty foreign cheese, it's because your skin is rotting, because you incorrectly stretch your ears. You didn't even stretch them, you tore them. And that's your rotting skin. How delicious. So I would invest in vitamin E oil for keeping your ears really, really moisturized, keeping them soft, keeping them from chapping. Just like your lips would chap, your ears will chap too. Especially in the winter, it's very important that you use oils. So what I do with this is I take, it has a little thingy, so I put some on my finger, like 2 or 3 drops, and I just moisturize the shit out of my ear with it, and it feels so nice. So I do that for a while, and since I already have some on, it's going to take me forever to get my tunnels back in because my hands are all slippery now, and this just happened before when I made this video, but my boyfriend kept interrupting, so, you know, I started over. So then, it's hard to do because of my nails, but I just slide the jewelry back in, and it'll usually open up on its own in there, but if it doesn't, I don't put this on my ear. I only use this because it's like sharp. I clean it actually, like I do. I did, like, after I did like use my sea salt soak, I never reuse it, so I just like squish this around in it just so it's like not like have any dust or anything on it. And see, it's already opened up in there, but I will like only on the inside just to open it up because I can't really get my fingers in there. I never touch it to my actual skin, not trying to get an infection or get dirt on my ears. It's very important that you make sure everything that touches your ears is clean. So it goes right back in, feels really nice. It's really squishy, really moisturized. It's always lovely. Another thing you're going to want to invest in is I would definitely recommend if you have incorrectly stretched your ears and you've torn them and they're stinking and your ears are rotting and you smell like cheese and nobody wants to hug you or give you kisses on the neck because your ears are stinky, buy this. This is tea tree oil. You need to dilute it because if you don't dilute it, it will burn. Like, it's not going to burn because it's bad for your ears, but it's going to burn because it's cleaning all that bacteria. But it's not necessary to use enough that it'll hurt. It shouldn't have to hurt. So you take it and you dilute it. You can dilute it in your salt water, but don't put it in your salt water solution. But like if you want, you can take some of your salt water solution, put like 2 drops of this in like a cup of it, and you'll be able to smell it. Like, I can smell this from outside of the bottle. Like, it's closed and it's a glass bottle and I can smell it, and it smells fantastic. So it not only like gets rid of the smell, but it also covers it up too if it doesn't completely get rid of it, and it makes it smell really nice. So when I first started stretching, my boyfriend wouldn't he didn't like hugging me because my ears were stinky, and so my ears now, I stretch them correctly now. They don't stink. Your ears should not stink. If your ears stink, you need to clean them really good, and you need to make sure that you don't stretch them again for a long time, and that when you do stretch them, you do it correctly this time. So that's basically everything you need to know about taking care of your ears. Also, if you do stretch incorrectly, you should try getting like bacitracin or non-harsh antibiotic ointment just to like rub around in there if you do end up getting an infection. This is really helpful. It doesn't burn. It feels really nice. It's soothing. That's very important. Another thing that you're going to have people say is, oh, if you have an infection, just put some peroxide on it. This is the devil when it comes to holes in your body. This is the devil. You don't want this in your ear because it's too harsh. You can use it to clean your jewelry, but you need to wipe it all off. So if I did clean my jewelry with this, which is what I do, I have 2 shot glasses up here, but this one is currently full, so I'll just show you. I'll take my peroxide and I'll fill it up, and I'll drop all of my jewelry in it. I do that like once a week because dust collects on them, and I change my jewelry all the time. And I just let it sit in there for like 2 hours, and then I take them all out and I dry them all off completely, because you don't want this on them. Because as much as people say it cleans your ears, it can clean your ears if you've had your holes for a long time. It's one thing if you have a scrape on your knee, but you don't want to put that in a wound, a really large wound in your body, and that's a pretty big wound. So you don't want to put that in your body. It's too harsh and it's not right, and it doesn't hurt. It's not going to hurt you. Like, it won't physically hurt, but it will in the long run. It's not good for your health. So don't use peroxide. Everything else that I've showed you is 100% just natural, and that's what you want to use. You want everything that goes on your body should be natural. Anything that was created after like BC, man, if it wasn't around when the cavemen were here, you don't need it. Salt, vitamin E oil, tea tree oil. There you go. It's everything you're going to need. That's really everything you need. This is not so natural, but it is medicine in it. If you do get a really bad infection, don't take out your jewelry, but go to your doctor. And you can get it. You can usually get antibiotic like pills for like, you can just digest the medicine instead of putting it directly on. They'll tell you a lot of times, maybe they'll give you an ointment to put on it. But when I've had infections in my ears in the past, you're not supposed to take out your jewelry because the infections can close inside and get bigger, and that will suck. So thank you for listening. I hope you take all this into consideration, because it's really important that you take care of your ears, because you don't want them to look like cat buttholes, and you don't want them to stink, and you want nice, healthy, thick earlobes that smell nice, that you can be proud of, and that people won't think you're yucky. So I hope you take all this into consideration and stretch carefully.